All right, so I decided to try this battle one more time on video. So if you don't know how to play this game and you can watch this playthrough, this attempt to beat the British here in the War of 1812, which is a solitaire pocket travel game by Worthington Games. Here's the cover right here. It's a great little game. I'm going to put a link below to the first video I did that teaches more how to play, but you'll kind of see how things go here. This is the last time. I'm gonna try one more time on video. Hopefully, I'll do well here. So we have our markers in their starting towns, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got the British right upon us here, right? Trying to push into these towns. We got the turn track. We have the British controlling Lake Champlain, Lake Ontario, Lake Erie. It's important for us to take those over. Here you have the British actions, American actions that we can take. So you'll see how this goes. So we begin by seeing how many resource points we get. Let's go. Oh, an explosive start. I'm not gonna do this again, okay? Because this is just crazy. I mean, how many times am I gonna play this game in an attempt to win, right? On video. So 6 is good because we get 3 resource points. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start with the lakes. Bam, bam, bam. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Let's start with Lake Champlain. And that's a 4. A 4, where is it here? Ship battle. Results of 4 is a win. So we're starting well here. We took over that. Let's go Lake Ontario. A 3. That's a fail. So let's go Lake Ontario again. Let's go. A 3, another fail. All right, so we started well, and then our next 2 resource points were wasted. Let's see what the British are going to do. The British got a 4. It's an odd turn, so we have to look at 4 and an odd turn. Well, actually, 4 here is all turns. It says British regulars. Flip over 2 British front markers to regulars. Player's choice, if not flipped already. What happens, like, I'm going to take this as an example, the Niagara front, right? When they're regulars, it's a minus DRM when we attack them. In this case here, because these places are fortified, right? These locations with the like that, they're fortified. So in this case, it'd be -2. So I got to flip 2 of them over. Let's just flip 2 of these. So this is tough. Let's go to turn 2. Hopefully we'll do well. How many resource points? We got 2 resource points. Now, if we manage to push them, if we win here, they flip back to normal, right? The regulars go away. So, what are we gonna do? It's always nice to bring in these, which a lot of the games I neglect to do because you get to re-roll a die. So I could use my 2 actions to just, start putting these under there, under our units. I don't know what to do. Let me take these 2 here. Let's go to Lake Ontario. That's a fail. What is going on in Lake Ontario? Let's try it again. And a 2, and we fail again. Let's see what the British are going to do. A 3 on an even turn. So it says here, British Navy, if the British control Lake Ontario, which they do, retreat the American Niagara front marker 1 town. So we can't go back 1 town because we're already in Fort Niagara. So what happens is we get a retreat. Now this is how I'm playing it, and I'm glad this came up, because you could say, well, I can't retreat, but because you're not in one of these other towns, you're in your starter town, right? But in this case, we have to retreat. So what we do is we sit adjacent here because we can take over again. Now, that's how I've been playing it. Maybe that makes it harder for me. I mean, I'm not going to ignore that, right? It says retreat. Where is it? It's a 3. Yeah, retreat the American Niagara front marker one town, but we're in our starting town. So do we do nothing? Anyway, I'm retreating. So we sit here adjacent because we can take it back. And it's important to remember that after turn 4, if the British control 2 of our towns, it's immediately over, right? So, all right, let's see how many markers we get now. This is crazy. 1. I'm going to push here in the Niagara front. We rolled a 6, which is successful. We took it back. Now the British regulars go away, right? So then, because we managed to push them back, that's not Fort Niagara is not a fortified area. So we were just dealing with a -1. We rolled a 6. That's plenty to take over. Let's see what the British are going to do. A 3 on an even turn. Attack. Wait, did I skip a turn? Golly, already I'm forgetting. Maybe I didn't go to turn 3. Were we supposed to go to turn 3? Yeah, because turn 1, turn 2. This was turn 3, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was turn 3. Because turn 1. What happened turn 1? Yeah, I think turn 2, they flip over the regulars. So this is turn 3. Let's see what the British are going to do. They rolled a 3, and it's an odd turn. If the British control Lake Champlain, retreat the American Northeast front marker one town. Otherwise, attack American ships on Lake Champlain. So we're being attacked here. And they got it back. All right. Turn 4. We get one marker again. I mean, I don't know how we can possibly win this game like this. Let's try Lake Ontario. I just want to get the... Okay, we succeeded there, finally. Let's see what the British are going to do. 6 on an even turn. Reduce American regulars by 1, player choice. I don't have any American regulars out. That's these here. It doesn't mean that you reduce it by removing it from the game. You reduce it from the board, right? If they were active. So that's it. Turn 5. Let's see how many we get. So we get 3. I'm going to go with. God, I really need to start pushing these people back. But I need these lakes, I'm telling you. I got 3 markers. You know what? I'm going to bring in the American regulars. I'm going to put 1 there. I'm going to put 1 there. And I'm going to put 1 here in the northeast front. Those are my 3 turns. Let's see what happens. The British, 1 odd. Let's see. Defend Lower Canada. Attack the American front marker on the northeast and St. Lawrence fronts. So the northeast front and the St. Lawrence front. Thankfully, and again, we're at turn 5, right? So if they take over here and they take over here, we lose the game instantly. So, but I have American regulars under there, so I can re-roll. So let's, for dramatic purposes, let's go here first, see what the British do here. They succeeded in pushing us out, so they're in. Let's see what happens here. They failed, thankfully. So let's go to turn 6, see how many resource points we get. We get 2 resource points. I'm going to push back here on the northeast front with the resource points. Okay, we managed to do that. I'm gonna go again because I'm upset now. And we got a 6, so we managed to do it. That's great. Let's see what the British are going to do. Okay, a 1 on an even. Okay, so that's defend Upper Canada, attack the American front marker on the northwest and Niagara fronts. So they're going to attack here in the northwest and the Niagara. So again, luckily, I have the American regulars under there, so I could re-roll a die in the case of total disaster, right? Because if they get into town here and here, we lose instantly. So let's go in the Niagara front first. Ooh, they succeeded. Boy, should I allow them to succeed? You know, I'm going to use the regular to re-roll. And that's all you do. You remove it. And they're going to re-roll that. And they still succeeded. So they got in. Let's see what happens here in the northwest front. They failed. So we're going to leave that alone. Wow. Turn 7. Let's see how many markers, resource points we get. We get 2 resource points. What's going on here? That's fortified, so that's going to be a -1. We have 2 resource points. I'm going to have to push here to try to regain. But this is dangerous, right? Lake Champlain and Lake Erie in British control is dangerous. But I have to push here, so I'm going to go here. We have 2 resource points. Okay, we got a 5, so we did manage to do that. Now I'm going to try to get American control here in Lake Erie. Oh boy, getting excited. All right, calm down. And we failed with a 2. Darn it. Let's see what the British are going to do. 4 on an odd turn. It's all turns. Now, it says here, flip over 2 British front markers to regulars, if not flipped already. We have 1 flipped, so it says to flip 2. Now, the way I play this is that if there's already 2 flipped over, I don't flip the other 2. Because here it says flip over 2 front markers to regulars, if not flipped already. So if 2 of them are already flipped, I'm not going to flip anymore. That's how I play it. But there's only 1. So I need to flip 1 more, and let's just flip this one here. All right, now let's go to turn 8. See how many resource points we get. Oh, we're just not rolling great. We get 2 resource points. This is -2 if I push here, right? Because they got you know, I should have put it over here. Oh no, but that's fortified too. That right there is fortified, so. Okay, I have 2. What am I going to do? You know what, let's just go for it. Let's go for it here. It's going to be -2, but let's just go for it. I'm going to try to push this, but we need to try to get into Montreal, right? 4 -2, that's a fail. So let me try again. Oh, I'm getting excited. And a 6, and we managed to do it, and that means the British regulars go away. So we managed to do it. Now, because we are in a fortified area, right, for them to attack us is -1. DRM for them. So let's see what the British are going to do. All turns. Again, flip over 2 British front markers to regulars. So there's 1. We need to flip 1 more. I'm going to go with this. Oh, but they're in a fortified area there. But so are these guys. I guess I'll do it here. So now there's 1, 2. Okay, we're good. Turn 9. All right, we rolled, again, 2 resource points. I'm going to try for the lake control here. Let's try here on Lake Champlain. Golly, we failed. Let's try on Lake Erie. We rolled a 3. That's no good. Let's see what the British are going to do. Again, a 4. Flip over 2. They're already flipped. I don't know why they keep rolling 4s. So nothing happens. Let's go to turn 10. We have 2 resource points. I'm going to try the lakes again. Lake Champlain. We rolled a 3. That's no effect. Let's go to Lake Erie. And we rolled a 5. So we managed to do that. Let's see what the British are going to do. British, again, a 4. I mean, this is kind of good because nothing happens. There's already two of them flipped over, so I don't need to flip any more over. Let's go to turn 11. How many resource points? We got one resource point. So I'm going to go with Lake Champlain. And we failed. What are the British going to do? Okay, 3 on a odd turn. British Navy. If the British control Lake Champlain, retreat the American Northeast front, marker 1 town. They do control Lake Champlain, so I got to move back 1. Wow. Turn 12. Okay, we got 3 markers. What am I going to do? 3 markers. God, that would be minus... Oh no, that's minus 1 there. You know, I'm going to push here. We have 3 markers. I'm going to push here. Let's see how this goes. We're at a minus 1. Oh, great. And the British regulars go away because we managed to do it. And that was not a fortified area. So we managed to do it. I'm going to try again. I'm going to keep pushing here. We failed there. So I'm going to try to take Lake Champlain now for our 3rd. And we failed. Let's see what the British are going to do. A 1. That was a 1. You saw it. A 1 on a even. And that is defend Upper Canada, attack the American front marker on the northwest and Niagara fronts. So again, we're going to be attacked here, and the game could be over. Fortunately, I have a reroll there with the American regulars. Let's try Niagara first. They failed. Now let's try in the northwest front, and they succeeded there. But you know what? I'm going to get rid of the regular, and they're going to re-roll that. I'm not going to let them get away with that easily. And they still succeeded, so we sit here adjacent. All right, turn 13. We have 2. I'm going to try to push them here. We have 2 resource points. Let's go. We managed to do it, and they lose their regulars. Golly, this is not good here. We have... I think we have one more, right? I got confused here for a second. I think we have one more. I'm going to try to push here. And we failed. So what are the British going to do? Did I forget to move a turn? 13 odd. If the British control Lake Erie, retreat the American Northwest front marker. They don't control Lake Erie. Otherwise, attack the American ships on Lake Erie. So they're going to attack us there. And 3 is no effect. Let's go to turn 14. We have 3 resource points. I'm going to try to go all the way here. They're not in the fortified area, so I'm going to push here. We have 3 resource points. Let's go. And we succeeded. I'm going to try again. And we succeeded again. Now it's -2, right? Because they're in Montreal. But momentum, so let's go. I got 3 resource points. -2, let's go. Ah, we failed. Let's see what the British are going to do. They rolled a 3 on a even turn. British Navy, if the British control Lake Ontario, which they don't, retreat the American Niagara front, marker 1 town. Otherwise, attack American ships on Lake Ontario. So we're being attacked here. They succeeded. Turn 15. We got 3 resource points. I really want to change these, but I'm going to try to get into Montreal. I really am. So that's a -2, but I'm going to try. We have 3 resource points. So I'm -2. That's a 3. We advance. We are in Montreal. How exciting is that? Now I'm going to go after Lake Ontario. Here we go. We're on a roll. Oh, this is beautiful. Come on, Lake Champlain. Let's take it. And we took Lake Champlain as well. What a turn this was for us. Beautiful. What are the British going to do? 3 in an odd turn. British Navy, it says, if British control Lake Champlain, retreat the American northeast front mark, and they don't, right? Lake Champlain, we control it. So they're going to attack us on Lake Champlain. Let's go. And they succeed. That's terrible. That is terrible. Turn 16. How many resource points? We get 2 resource points. What am I going to do? I need more points, right? Because I'm not, even though I'm in Montreal, that's like 6 points. But I need to get these guys pushing further up. But leaving the British here is a problem. We have 2 resource points. I'm going to go on Lake Champlain here and fight there. And we rolled a 4, which is a success. Now I'm going to push in Fort Niagara with a -1. And we failed. Let's see what the British are going to do. They rolled a 5 on an even turn. British Navy, attack American ships on American-controlled lakes. I mean, they're going to attack us on all 3 fronts. Let's start on Lake Champlain. 4, they succeeded there. Lake Ontario. 5, they succeeded there. Lake Erie. 6, they succeeded there. Oh, golly. Turn 17, that was a brutal turn for us. We get 1 resource point. That stinks. 1 resource point. And the British get 2 points at the end of the game for each lake that they control, right? So we have 1 resource point. What am I going to do? I'm going to try to take Lake Ontario here. Let's try that. And we succeeded with a 4. Let's see what the British are going to do. 5. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, because had they rolled a 6 after turn 17, peace occurs, right? And the game ends immediately. But no, they rolled a 5. It's on an odd turn. So it's British Navy again. If British control Lake Ontario, retreat the American St. Lawrence front marker 1 town. Oh, that's us here. This is the St. Lawrence front. Oh, that's devastating. Oh, no, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Take it easy. I'm getting nervous. That's an odd turn. If the British control, it's Americans. Thankfully, I made the decision to take over Lake Ontario, right? If it was British control, we would have had to move that out of Montreal. That would have been devastating. Otherwise, attack American ships on Lake Ontario. So we're being attacked here. And they succeeded. Oh, man. Turn 18. It's almost over. Oh, we got 1 resource point. You know, I have to protect my position here in Montreal, so I'm going to have to go with Lake Ontario. I'm going to have to try to attack that back. And we succeeded. Let's see what the British are going to do. A 1 on an even turn. Here it is. Defend Upper Canada. Attack the American front marker on the northwest and Niagara fronts. Okay, so here's the situation. We're being attacked here in the Niagara front. We're being attacked in the northwest front. We have no American regulars. We cannot force them to re-roll a die. So, if they take both of these towns, the game is over. So let's see. They succeeded here in Fort Niagara. Oh, why am I flipping that over? They are in Fort Niagara. It all stands on this battle right here. in Detroit, in the Northwest Front. If the British take this over, the game is over. Come on, Detroit. Come on. Stand strong. The Northwest Front has to defend this. Oh, and it's a 3, and unfortunately, they advance. Right? So the game ends immediately. So just for let's look at the points here. So add 6 VP if Montreal is occupied by the Americans. It is, so we get 6 points. Add 3 if York is occupied. No. Add 1 VP for each town other than the Montreal and York, and that's occupied. So this is how you do it, right? We start here. So we count here 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not going to count that. So we have 6, right? 7, 8, 9. We have 10 points. We don't get any points here. Nothing else. So far we have 10 points. Add 1 VP for each lake controlled by the Americans. 11 points because we only have 1 lake controlled. Now you deduct 2 VPs for each lake controlled by the British. So that's minus 4. Okay, so we have, 7 points? We have 7 points because of that. Listen, it wasn't for lack of trying, right? You saw me try to do that. Deduct 2 VP if the Northwest Warrior marker is in play, which is not, right? This is, if the Northwest marker was in here, it would have been tougher battle up here, but this never came into play. It's a bot action. So we're at 7 points. Deduct 2 VP for any American flag town occupied by the British. So we have minus an additional 4. So we have 3 points. We have 3 points. Let's see what 3 points gets us. 10 points or less is a British win. Canada will remain with Great Britain. If the score is 6 or less, the Americans will lose territory. And we had a score of 3. So there you have it. I mean, again, I don't know if I'm going to keep trying this on video. Probably not. But that was a fun one. At least we got to Montreal, right? That was pretty good. And this is why these are so important, because you put these American regulars in there, and at least you get a chance, to re-roll a die. If disaster happens, you can have the opponent, the bot here, re-roll, and we have a chance, right? The Northwest Warriors here never came into play. And this is why I was telling you the lakes, it's so important to take those over. War of 1812, it's such a cool little game. I love it. This may have been my last battle on video for the time being. But there you have it. I mean, what a wonderful, wonderful little game.